All right, everybody, good morning and welcome to Against the Public for August 15th. I'm Dana Lane. Today, we're going to go through my top Major League Baseball free plays as we look to stuff more cash into your account. We have a massive week 2 and preseason football schedule coming up, and that starts today. So make sure you do get involved with that. We'll talk about how you can a little bit later. After we finish, please go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my Major League Baseball, WNBA starts back up tomorrow. Also, the premium preseason football plays will be locked and loaded on the site. You can jump on those single plays or Major League Baseball 3-pack, WNBA 3-pack, $49.99 each. And of course, every individual play and every 3-pack always comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. There is also just one way, and this is the time, guys, where I really emphasize this because we're getting to a critical time of the year where the sports are going to start rolling in pretty quick after the NFL season starts. So you want to make sure that you get involved with those all-access passes, and you could do that for the next 30 days. That will take you right through the preseason schedule, right into the regular season. That will take you right through the start of college football, and of course MLB. We will be mixed in. MLB and WNBA will be mixed in there as well. And you could do that for the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, guys, just jump on that all-access pass for the next 365 days for just $3.70 a day. That is by far the best offer that I have up on the website. And basically what it is you're going to pay for the preseason, you're going to pay for the NFL regular season, you're going to pay for college football, and give or take a few dollars, you're going to get the NHL, NBA, and college basketball, Major League Baseball this year and up to this point next year for free. So that's as good of an offer as you're going to see anywhere on any site. We started our NFL preseason schedule off with an 8-4 record last week. That's good for number one on the website, picking right up where we left off. I have my preseason package on there right now, $149.99. It gives you every play I release for the next 3 weeks, side and total, and every day that there's games, we'll have plays. So I give you a bunch of plays, and I want to make sure that we're in the action on a daily basis. But please don't miss out on another winning weekend. We are going to crush the NFL just like we did last year. NFL, college football combined, over 4,000 units. If you were with us last year, I expect you to be there again this year. There's really no excuse not to. And if you weren't, please don't miss out. Let's start with week 2. Week 1 has been great, and we're going to duplicate that again in week 2. Okay, on to your free plays for Thursday. We'll start things off 1:10 Eastern Time, 9:13, 9:14. Oakland Athletics against the New York Mets. Mets minus $1.80, 8.5 over minus 20. Mitch Spence against Jose Quintana. And as I told you before, make sure that you double check on these probable pitchers because we came across a little bit of an issue on Wednesday. So we want to make sure that you get the pitchers that we sent out. And if you don't, well, we got to go with the play, but you can make a decision whether or not you want to tail the play. Some sites have Joey Estes listed as the pitcher for the Oakland Athletics, but I think we're going to see Mitch Spence. That's the word that has come down from a few guys I know in Oakland. So Mitch Spence probably is going to be the pitcher tomorrow. But again, double check. Spence is 7-8 this year, a 4.33 ERA. Been much better of late. 7 earned runs in his last 22 and 2/3 innings. That's a 2.78 ERA. He's only split those 4 games, 2-2, mostly because the A's don't score any runs for him. But opponents have hit 289 over his last couple starts, which is alarming. But Spence has been able to wiggle out of that. We saw that against Toronto where he allowed a home run and 2 singles in the first 3 hitters against the Jays, and then he kind of settled down. So I like where he is right now. It doesn't scare me off the game if he gets the start. Quintana's 6-8, a 4.10 ERA, and unlike Spence, has not pitched well of late. Against the Angels and against the Mariners, he allowed 8 earned runs in 11 and 2/3 innings. That's a 6.17 ERA and 4.77 over his last 5 starts. We see early betting patterns show just 57% of the money coming in on the Mets, but 83% of the tickets, which means we probably have some larger wagers on the Oakland Athletics. Also, 97% of the money and 97% of the tickets are on the over. The A's have not been an over team this season, but they've managed to put up 17 runs in their last couple games against Toronto and against the Mets, 17 runs against the Jays, right? The Mets, they've given up 21 in their last two. So we're going to ride those numbers out a little bit, see how far they can take us. I think the 8.5 over with the juice indicates that the bookmakers also like the over. I think that 8.5 is kind of begging you to get involved with the over a little bit. So we are going to take the bait on that. I think 8.5 is right. Maybe I expected... maybe I expected a 9 in this game, but probably not with the way that Spence has been pitching. But again, no confirmation yet over the span of sports of the books on the site. So I'm going to go with Spence in this game because I think he's going to make the start. But I'm going to go over the 8.5 minus $1.20. Game number 2. 3:45 Eastern Time, 9:03, 9:04. Atlanta Braves against the San Francisco Giants. Giants Braves minus $1.10 each way, 7.5 over minus 12. Max Fried against Logan Webb. We do have some weather to report on here, and it's not going to be until maybe the second half of the game where we're going to have some wind gusts between 11 and 12 miles an hour. They are going to blow out to center. Not sure how much impact that's going to have on the public wagering, but we do see 97% of the money and 97% of the tickets on the over. As far as the money line is concerned, 74% of the money is on the Braves, while the ticket count is right down the middle. Max Fried, 7-6. 3.56 ERA, struggled over his last 4 starts, a 6.64 ERA, and an 0-3 record. His walk count is up to 15 in his last 5 starts. That's a little high. Logan Webb, 10-8, 3.32 ERA, on an absolute incredible run. 2 earned runs allowed in his last 21 2/3 innings. That's a 0.83 ERA. He has a record of 3-1 over that span. So far in the series, the Braves have won all 3 matchups by a combined score of 18-5, and 2 of those wins came as an underdog. In fact, since 2019, the Braves are 20-12 against the Giants, plus 2.74 units, and 10-6 on the road, plus 2.20 units. I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves and Max Fried. I don't think he is nearly as bad as maybe his record or ERA indicates. Really hasn't come back to that form that we know Fried has on most years, but I still have a lot of confidence in him, and I like the way that the Atlanta Braves are playing right now. Game number 3, 6:35 Eastern Time, 9:09, 9:10. Boston Red Sox against the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles minus $1.45, 8.5 over minus 18. Nick Pivetta against Zach Eflin. The Orioles started out red hot for bettors this year. Between them and the Nationals, they were absolutely smoking to begin the season, but they have slipped to 7th overall against the money line, 6-6 in their last 12, 14-17 in their last 31 games. But they are 5-1 against the Boston Red Sox this season, and 12-7 over the last 2 years. Pavetta's 5-7, a 4.44 ERA. Those numbers are a little bit worse over his last 3 starts. We saw the 30-year-old Canadian allow 12 earned runs in his last 14 innings. He also allowed 18 hits, 6 homers, and with those 6 homers, it's 2-2-2. So he's allowed 2 home runs per game over his last 6 games. That's a little bit alarming. Eflin, 8-7, a 3.83 ERA. Recent form shows he's absolutely getting stronger, which makes sense when you get traded to a better team. But including his last start as a Tampa Bay Ray, which probably was like, I just want to make sure I get out of here. Over his last 3 starts, Eflin's 3-0, a 2.52 ERA. His last 4 outings, he has a 2.33 ERA. And as a 2.52 in his last 4 outings and 2.33 as an Oriole. Public is on the Orioles and the over. We'll take half of that advice and also put our money behind the Baltimore Orioles. That does it for your free play on Thursday. Please go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every game I release for one low price. My NFL preseason pass is just $149.99. We're off to that hot 8-4 start. Don't miss out on tonight's side and total between the Eagles and the New England Patriots. Pats minus 2.5, total 35.5. Here's our Thursday quick free play recap. Oakland and the Mets over 8.5 minus 20, Atlanta minus $1.10, and Baltimore minus $1.43. That does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone who watches on a daily basis. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It's free to do. I appreciate everybody that does consistently. And for Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Thursday. Let's get that NFL Week 2. We're absolutely smoking it. Have a good night, everybody. Have a day, I guess. I don't know. I do these so late.